Good evening, delegates, and welcome to the Mexico City International Model United Nations. My name is Sam Samuel Sampson, and here are tonight's top stories. We start tonight with U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korea's Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un's meeting in Hanoi to engage in formal talks in the hopes of bringing peace in the Korean Peninsula, ending a 70-year conflict and the dismantlement of North Korea's nuclear weapons programs.
Good time. You are. I hope one of the great photographers of the world. Make us look very good.
Upon his return, complications await U.S. President Donald Trump. Longtime attorney Michael Cohen is awaiting a 3-year prison term for lying under oath. He was requested to testify before the House Oversight and Reform Committee. He had this to say.
I am here under oath to correct the record, to answer the committee's questions truthfully, and to offer the American people what I know about President Trump. I am ashamed that I chose to take part in concealing Mr. Trump's illicit acts rather than listening to my own conscience. He is a racist, he is a con man, and he is a cheat.
In Mexico, the recently Senate-approved National Guard is expected to begin operations in the next few days while the legislation moves through the chamber. UN-based Mexican journalist Jorge Ramos has thanked the Mexican government for their assistance in both himself and his crew's release from Venezuela after an interview with Nicolas Maduro, where their footage was seized. Tensions regarding Nicolas Maduro's grip on power continues to keep the region on high alert. Violence across the Venezuelan border with Brazil has claimed the lives of 25 people in the town of Santa Elena, as Venezuelan forces try to prevent opposition supporters from bringing foreign aid into the country. At the latest Group of Lima meeting taking place in Bogota, Brazilian Vice President General Hamilton Mourão expressed the Brazilian government's rejection of using Brazilian territory as a launching point for military operations into Venezuela. The crisis in Venezuela has reached the UN Security Council, bringing the United States and Russian delegations into headlock. U.S. Special Envoy to Venezuela alleges, and I quote, "This government has driven the country into economic collapse, and therefore it is of the utmost importance to avoid further deterioration, and calls for swift aid access," end quote. The Russian delegation is wary of threats of use of force and lack of respect for Venezuelan sovereignty, and reiterates their commitment to reaching a peaceful solution.